friend, welcome back to Summer Hill. I hope you are having a wonderful day. In today's video, we are going to finish up decorating for fall. And this year, my color scheme is orange and neutral. We're also going to be doing a DIY together, and this one comes straight from my printable Etsy shop. So let's get started decorating. How did I come up with the idea of orange and neutral? Well, I asked on Instagram what everyone would be interested in, what color scheme, and the winner was orange. So then it was like, well, I need something else with orange. When I started shopping and I started looking for things in stores, the neutral aspect just came so easily into that. And let me show you the one thing that really convinced me to go this route. I found this blanket at Joann's, and it was exactly the color scheme that I thought would be perfect with the orange. It was like a nice, pretty orange and a nice neutral. And I like to put a blanket on the back of my couch. So if your cushions are not attached, put a blanket back here unless you have room for a sofa table. I have no room for a sofa table. So this dresses up the back of my sofa and makes it look really pretty. And that's how you can dress up the back of your sofa. So let's look at my table now and this whole area. So on my dining table, I like to keep it simple for right now, but I have this piece of wood on here. It's chalk painted and distressed, and that way it just kind of elevates the center of the table and gives it a little bit of height. Then I've got this picture that I thrifted at a thrift store, and I filled it with some paper, some bags from the grocery store. So these little berries wouldn't like fall completely down. Now let's work on the bookcases, but before we do, I want to show you how to make this adorable book page pumpkin garland. First, download and print all of the pages to this DIY in my Etsy shop. Then you're going to cut out all of the book page pumpkins, and you will use an X-Acto knife to cut out the little design that's inside the pumpkins. Next, use a glue stick to attach the colored pumpkin with the book page pumpkin. Next, cut a piece of string or twine to the length you want, and then cut out slivers of paper that already have tape on them so that you can add the string to the back of the pumpkins. And there you have it, your own cozy book page pumpkin garland. So let's go hang it. Decorations here. The thing I found at Michael's are these pine cone candles. They're also battery operated, as you can see here, and I love how they illuminate inside too. So let's add them to the shelf. And I bought the Arkham Bluetooth radio from my husband's office out here because I just felt like it had a very vintagey autumn vibe to it. So we have another shelf we need to add something to. And I thought, let's bring out some of my longer burger baskets that I thrifted and add some pumpkins in them and put them on there. Let's head over to that side and we'll work on that bookcase. Okay, so we need to fill in some spots here. And just a side note, I came in and I cleared out everything that was spring and summer so that I could put fall in here. Again, I love collecting longer burger baskets. So let's add this one down here, and I definitely think I am going to add some orange to those and the other one in just a minute. But for this shelf, I've been trying to think, what can I put there? And since this is a living room area, I normally keep my food in my butler's pantry in my kitchen. But wouldn't it be fun to do this? I thrifted this glass pumpkin. Now recently I had my nieces here and I filled it up with one of their favorite cookies, but we're gonna change it to some cookies that I think are great for gluten and dairy free people, because that's me, and it has a fall feel to it. Okay, so here's what we're gonna fill it with. These are Simple Meals, and their ingredients are really good. For those of you, here's the ingredients if you wanna pause it and look at that. But they generally have really good ingredients. They look like. Oh, really good. Yes, these are really good. If you like making s'mores, these would be good if you're making s'mores. So for my little cookie jar, I'm gonna need 2 boxes. You know what? I wanna show y'all something. I have an idea of hanging a garland over this door right here. I've never done that before. So I'm gonna use these clear command hooks. I picked these up at the Dollar Tree. I mean, there's 3 for $1. You can't beat that. So let's use these to hang it. How's that look? Next, I got these cinnamon brooms from the grocery store. But check your grocery store, because these things are so wonderful. They really emit a nice autumn smell in your home. But I'm gonna lay these around in different places. Visible or not visible. I think I'm gonna put them in this pot here and the one over there. So I'm gonna put some sort of ambiance on the TV. I'll go click on autumn ambiance, and then look at all the options I have here. As much as I really love that, I am much more of a minimalist person, so I'm gonna take these out and give this a try. Next, let's work on the mantle. I recently thrifted this piece of art, or at a garage sale, and the guy who sold it to me, he said, "I'll give it to you for $10. And I said, "Oh, okay, you know," and I looked at it, it's somebody has painted this, and he said, "That's a good deal, because whoever bought it," and he didn't know who bought it, must have paid $187, is that what that says? $184. Wait, was I still upside down? $184. So I was like, I told my niece later, I was like, do you think he wrote that on there? You just never know. But it's kind of a Bob Ross style piece of art, and I thought it was perfect for fall. So keep your eyes out when you're thrifting, garage sale shopping. Keep your eyes out for a holiday original art. This is such a deal. One of the leaves from the garland, I just popped it off, you know, it's a little hole, and I'm gonna tuck that like right here to give some color, and I may move it around, but that's where we're gonna put it now. Let's add a few more brass candles here. I tied one in a bow, and then I'm just gonna tuck this one into the basket so it has extra tails. These are the Pottery Barn pumpkins that look so realistic, and I think what makes them realistic is the stem. Here's another one that I got, and they look darker than they do on this video. On the video they look brighter, but they're definitely darker. So let's add them over here. So I found all these fall leaves at Hobby Lobby, and one thing I want to encourage you is to look at the kind of leaf that's on the garland or wreath, where you're putting the leaves underneath it, because you want it to look like, like fall. It has dropped its leaves. Now let's work on this side of the room, on this table over here. And I wanted to show you that I added the ribbon to this tall brass candle. So I'm repeating that material from the mantle over here. You may have noticed just now that I had a few fall pillows over here in the chair. This is a Pottery Barn dupe at Hobby Lobby, and I think this is probably the best one that I have found, and I've shopped around. The comfiest one, the softest one, is at Pop Shelf, and it has, the stem is the same material as the Sherpa pump. So if you have a child's room you want to decorate, or somewhere where you want a softer stem, I would go with the one at Pop Shelf. It comes in an amber color and a white. I also wanted to show you, this is probably one of my favorite finds. This is at Michael's, and it's under $10. It's a needlepoint, tiny accent pillow. It's perfect to add to your existing pillows for the holidays. So next we're gonna add some decorations to my little bench that serves as a coffee table. But let's add a basket and some books to the table. And then I found this glass pumpkin at a garage sale, and it had felt piece on the bottom. So I realized that came off and I could put lights in it. So I went to the Dollar Tree and bought these lights, and we're just gonna sit them down in there. And then we'll sit it on the books. And then to add more leaves, to bring those leaves over into this area. So some more autumn colored books would be nice, and that's one thing I wanted to talk about. When you're thrifting, look for seasonal colors and topics that you really like. Like Anna Green Gables makes me think of fall. And then let's add another brass candlestick. Now, in addition to the pillow, the new pillows, I also got this new pillow. And this is Joann's. It's another needlepoint, and they didn't have a lot of decor at the time for fall. But I saw this and like 3 or 4 other things. I felt like they pretty much had decided to sell my color scheme this year. So we are gonna have some storms this afternoon, and it's gonna rain for like 3 days. So I'm trying to get as much of this done while it's still as bright as possible. But as we watch the video, it may get dimmer and dimmer, but I wanted to work on the entryway next because it's right here. It's all one room. So my sister gave me this cute little day ball for my birthday this year. And I went to Hobby Lobby and found these adorable pine cones and acorns, and they have that orange color. So we're gonna put them over here. And then my lamp, he's always so plain, so I like to add ribbon and stuff to him. So guess what? We're gonna use that same ribbon on him. And then I found this cute piece of art at Hobby Lobby. And then if you go to the Dollar Tree, you can buy these easels and stain them.
Now let's head over to the bench in my entryway and decorate it. Next, I'm going to repeat some colorful items from the living room into this entryway sitting area to give it some brightness and color.
Oh, and I almost forgot my silhouette. I usually put a ribbon in her hair for different seasons and holidays. So I used the ribbon that I used years ago as my inspiration piece. So I'll put a link in the description to that fall home tour. Because I bought a packet of ribbons on Amazon and it was brilliant. It was 3 different of the same shade, same color, 3 different shades, and it was so fun to decorate around. Let's go in the kitchen. We'll do some decorating in there. Okay, so in here I have another one of those Hobby Lobby oil paintings that they printed it on canvas and then they did a little bit of art on it like there. These things, I think I paid like $7 for them. They're such a deal. So I thought, wouldn't it be fun to put him up here since he has kind of an autumn look to him.
Next, let's change these flowers out for some leaves.
So on this side of the room, I started with this piece of art. This was a piece I thrifted. I actually found it at a garage sale. And when I came home and I looked up the name of the artist, I discovered that it was an artist in India who actually has some art in the museums over there. I think this piece is unfinished. I don't think it is complete. And he is no longer living, but I just loved this piece of art. I feel like he was a really good artist and it shows in the beauty of this oil painting. So I brought the garland in here. I kept a neutral blanket and then I tied another gingham ribbon in here. So see how we're weaving things from one room to another to another. It's simple things like the garland, the ribbon, the neutral colors, all of that. So when you're decorating for fall, just make sure you're weaving those colors from room to room to tie it all together. So I grabbed one of the branches off of the garland. It comes in 3. And I'm just gonna sit that down in there. And then one of these bright orange pumpkins from Hobby Lobby, and we will put that in here. Okay, so we are down to one more thing and then we are going to start doing the home tour. And that is, I was gifted something by a company called 612 Vermont. For those of you who have been around me for a while, you know that I am a big fan of battery powered candles. And long story short, we think it's the smoke from candles that causes me to have an allergic reaction. So I am a big fan of battery powered candles, and the ones I've been using for years are these ones from Amazon that I absolutely love. But when 612 Vermont sent me these, they're kind of like the high end of battery powered candles. So it comes in a package like this. It comes with a remote. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. But look at how sturdy these are. This is probably one of the coolest things. It comes with this base, so no longer do I have to stick paper in my candlestick holder to get it to stay. I have had to do that on some of them. It takes 3 AA batteries, but what I think is so beautiful, so let's stick this in here. As you can see, it like very sturdy. I could even walk this around the house with it. But the remote has different times on it, and it has a flicker and non-flicker. So I can turn this on. That's the regular. See how, oh no, that's flicker, sorry. See how pretty, I mean, look how real that looks. That's so cool. And then I can change it to non-flicker and it just stays on permanently. But I really like flicker, so let's do that. And let's go around and change out all the candles in here.
Now let's turn on all the lighted garlands, all the other candles, and start the home tour. Thank you for helping me decorate and for watching this home tour. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye!